Chapter 21 of The Mandalorian, The Pirate, Season 3, Episode 5. What did I think of this one? Ooh, getting a bit spicy, The armourer, she's sort of come clean a little bit on the old mythosaur reveal, hasn't she? In this one, there'll be spoilers in this, where she said to Bo, she always thought the mythosaur was just that, myth. Didn't exist, just a story told to kids. Sort of thing. But it turns out Bo's seen one. And the armourer, of course, has asked Bo to take her helmet off, which caused a little bit of a stir within the Mandalorian community because, well, she took her helmet off. But not only that, she was walking side by side with the armourer. And the armourer had to explain that because she can walk in both worlds, she's most likely going to be the one that can bring Mandalore together. Okay, so the original town where Mando was operating from season 1, which was part of the Bounty Hunters Guild and all of that, it's a respectable town now. In the opening episode of this one, they chased away some pirates. Well, the pirates have come back, laid some fire into the town, and the townspeople fled. Now, when they fled to the flats area, which I thought was a little bit strange. If someone was trying to shoot me, I don't want to go to a big wide open area. But okay, they did. I guess the pirates only wanted the buildings, which they half blew up anyway. So, of course, it was Mando who had to appeal to the other Mandos to help him or help get rid of the pirates, which they did very well. That was a nice little entertaining segment. Of course, the armourer kicked butt against with her hand tools. Enjoyed that. Now, one little tiny thing that just kind of felt a little bit out of place, almost like they're just putting it in there for plot purposes because they kind of needed to, was when the original call went out to a guy in a TIE fighter, so presumably from the Republic, and he's gone to Coruscant to request help. The turncoat from Moff Gideon's ship just happens to be in on that conversation as well. Excuse me, sir, is there anything I can get for you? No, but didn't you used to know, and that, blah, 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 blah. All that sort of thing. And I thought that was just a little bit too convenient why she should even be there at that point during that conversation. Now, of course, she said, I think she's the one that said it, or someone had said it. Moff Gideon hadn't even gone to trial. It was dropped by someone, don't know. And of course, that same X-Wing guy later finds an abandoned shuttlecraft which has had holes blown in it. And guess what? It turns out it was Moff Gideon's prison transport, and he is nowhere to be seen. But they did find some Beskar armor chips in the hull, I guess. So the presumption is that a Mandalorian or Mandalorians were the ones that captured Moff Gideon. Now, either that is a setup, well, things have been set up all throughout history to make certain groups look like they were responsible. Or the ones that left Bo that she referenced when Din first addressed her while she was all slouchy on her throne, they've gone and done it. So it could have been them doing it or something else we're yet to see. Either way, chapter 21. What I liked about this is the lack of Grogu. There was a severe lack of Grogu. One little plot hole I found was the X-Wing managed to track down to their coven where they were hiding out on the planet because Mando had R5. What if Mando wasn't there? How did the X-Wing pilot know Mando had R5? We never saw that addressed. He just said, I fought along him or in the, blah, 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 like whatever. But still, how did he know he had R5? So that was probably a little throwaway scene that needed to be put in earlier. And if it was, well, I'm sorry I missed it. Except I'd probably have to go back to the original one where she's trying to give him R5 to begin with. But I don't recall anything that says, this used to be... No, it still doesn't make any sense because the X-Wing pilot would have to know Mando actually had R5 at that point. Anyway, Might be something I missed, might be something that hit the cutting room floor. Overall, the episode was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really kind of cool the way, just everything was really kind of cool. The way they took out the pirate ship, mainly the sort of coming of age or coming of right for Bo. She got that little wry grin on her face. All she needs now, really, she's got the blessing of the armourer and I guess the knowledge that she can bring everybody together. All depends how much stake they're going to put in the Darksaber, because Din's got that at the moment. And of course, if she can, I suppose, tame a mythosaur or something like that, which remains to be seen. But otherwise, a thoroughly enjoyable episode, as I've enjoyed all of them, despite all the negativity which seems to be surrounding this season for some reason. I've enjoyed them all. But let me know what you think in the comments below.